Hi there, I go booktube, Leanne here, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to review this that I have from the library, whilst I still have it. So this is Howls Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, and I just want to start off to say that I gave this a 5 star, so this is a kind of gush review because I loved it so much. So I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit what this book's about, and then let you know what my thoughts and feelings were about it, and see, it's a Gush review, so yes. And just to tell you the pros and cons and all that kind of stuff and let you know if it's for you. So I'm just going to read out what I wrote as a summary. So I have Sophie Hatter is the oldest of 3 sisters and believes that she will never find her fortune. Instead, she continues to live with her mother, making hats whilst her sisters go out and find their fortunes. Then, when Sophie wishes for more excitement, her life gets turned upside down. When she is cursed by the Witch of the Waste, turning her into an old woman, the only place she can think of to find help is a giant castle that is walking around and inhabited by a frightening wizard. To break the curse, she must gain favour with the heartless wizard Howl, strike a bargain with the fire demon, and cross paths with the witch again. Can she handle it all? So, this book was just wonderful. I don't know if I'm going to be able to review it because it's just so wonderful and my heart is just happy having read this book. I'm going to go over what the cons are of this book and get the negative just out of the way. So the only thing I can think of personally that's negative about this book is that the ending is wrapped up quite quickly. So we get to the climax of the book and all that kind of stuff happens, and then we get to the end and it's just kind of very quickly glossed over. I feel like there could have been another chapter at the end there just for us to see where all the characters ended up and how they went back to what life is after all the events that happened. I feel like it was just glossed over and it went by very, very fast. So I think another chapter added on the end there would have been wonderful. That's the only negative thing I can think of. So the pros. So the pros of this book is that there was a very well set out plot. We knew where all the characters were going, what they were aiming for, and what they wanted to find out about what was going on in the plot. So, for example, Sophie, having been cursed into being an old woman, her thing was to go and figure out if she could get the curse broken, if this was going to be her life now. And basically, it was just her aiming towards finding out what her future would be now. Whether it was to stay as an old woman or if she could go and break the curse, how? How can she do that? Each character was written wonderfully. They were all their own unique people, and we could see the differences between each character, and it wasn't just a standard, oh, this is going to be the main female lead and she's going to be the same as every other female lead, And I'm not going to say she's not like other girls, because she's everybody's their own person, no matter what book you read, even if it's general YA fantasy female lead, which tends to happen. I feel like everybody's normally got something unique to bring, but these characters are so unique and wonderful, and it's just so interesting to be in their heads and to follow them and see what they're going to bring to the table, that it's just, I love it so much. And yeah, they all keep you interested throughout. I mean, there's a fire demon that's just sitting in the hearth as a fireplace. And even he who can't go anywhere other than stay in that fireplace because of events, even he brings a lot to the table. And a lot of the book actually takes place in the castle. So I suppose the fact that he's in the fireplace doesn't really matter. He doesn't really go anywhere else. But even the one who can't leave brings so much to the story. And again, he's my favourite character, so that has to, and he's a lot of people's favourite character, so that must count for something, the fact that this character who can't go anywhere is just such a wonderful character. So I feel like this falls into the found family trope, because they all, like I think I said this earlier, but they all meet and find each other and continue on with their lives, meeting and living with each other. They're all under the same house, so they become a family anyway because they're living together, and it's just such a wonderful thing to follow. Like these people who have similar situations, figuring out together what to do next. And I feel like the wonderful thing about Sophie as a character is that she wants to break this curse that's been put on her, but at the same time, she's not like it's the be all end all. Even though she's had like years and years and years of her life taken away from her because she's an old woman now. It's not like, if I don't break this curse, it's the end. It's tragedy. It's really bad. She still feels like she can live out the rest of her life as a happy, independent woman and just carry on with it. Even like she wants to break the curse. It's, you know, it's not ideal, but it's not something that's going to break her. She still wants to live her life being her and who she is. So it's really cool to see that standpoint, because normally when we see this kind of plot line, the character kind of breaks down, and it's just very different to what I normally see when we see a cursed character. They think it's the end of the world for them. And Sophie doesn't bring that to the table. She still is her own unique self, and it's not the end. If she can't break it, it's not the end of the world in her head. It just brings more interesting things into her life, let's just say. But yeah, it's also really cool that it's not only Sophie's conflict that we're going through. We also see like Calcifer's backstory and what he's aiming towards, and Howls' backstory, what he's aiming towards, and even the baddies, like we see why they are the way they are, and it's really cool to see that too. So yeah, it's awesome. So that's everything I think I've got to say about Howl's Moving Castle. So I thought I'd read out a couple of little quotes to you, just to get an idea of what the book sounds like when you're reading it and all that kind of stuff. And I think I just picked out some really cool quotes because I like finding cool quotes and writing them down. So here are a few. "Our heart's a heavy burden," and that is said by young Sophie. "Knowing you'd be here gave me courage to show up. You saved me, Sophie. I was in big trouble back there." That's Howl. "I'd appreciate it if you didn't torment my friend." That's Howl. "You must admit I have a right to live in a pigsty if I want to." That's Howl. "Tantrums are seldom about the thing that they appear to be about." "I don't cook. I'm a scary, powerful fire demon." That's Calcifer. "Here's another curse. May all your bacon burn." Calcifer. "I'm going to my room now, where I may die." Howl, when he's kind of depressed and full in tantrums. "And this is something I resonate into my very soul. What made me think I wanted life to be interesting?" Sophie, when everything gets turned upside down and the story really starts for her. She wished for a life that's more interesting, and she got it, and she was like, why did I wish for that? And I feel like that's me every time something interesting happens in my life. It's like, let me go back to my books now. So yeah, that was my little review about Howl's Moving Castle. I'm not fully wonderfully experienced on giving reviews yet, so I'm trying to like write them down and then record a video about what my thoughts are. So let me know if there's anything I could add to this review or what other thoughts you might want to have heard, and I will try to improve for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this review video, and it was a bit of a gush because I adored this book. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. TTFN. Bye!